What's going on, guys? This is Jacemachine. Welcome back to Starmade. The new 0.17 update has been released, and that gives us a whole lot of new things. If you look down at my bar at item number 5, we have the marker beam. That is a new hand pistol that we're going to be showing off today. I'm going to actually go into all of the different guns today and explain how they're used. And in fact, with the new update, we have a much improved power supply beam. In case you're ditched on a planet somehow, you can then use that to power the factory module that you can build inside your suit. And with that, of course, you can build yourself a core. We are going to go off today into space. We're going to a shop, and we're going to go check out some of the new blocks that have just been added to the game. I picked this bit of space because it had a convenient shop right there. That is a pirate space station, so they might send people after me, so I have to make this shopping experience quick. Unfortunately, we don't have any jump drives or the jump drive modules. And we also don't have the warp gate or the warp gate module either. Let's go check a few other shops out since we're out here, though. Alright, warp gate modules and warp gate computers that are definitely in stock here. They also have jump drives and the jump drive modules. Alright, we're heading home. Hey guys, I'm back home, safe and sound. Those pirates didn't bother coming after us. But apparently I'm having some problems with my Dave here. As you can see, Dave is having problems with his helmet. Yeah, take note. We picked up this warp gate computer and 40 warp gate modules to go with it, and hopefully today's episode will be able to focus on building a simple warp gate and link it to another warp gate in Sector 222. We're going to see about putting a jump drive with our jump drive computer. We're going to see about putting that on a ship, and the jump drive modules, we'll check out how those are implemented as well. And while we are building the warp gate, we're going to go through these different guns here, but we're specifically going to be using the marker beam then, and that, as far as I understand, assigns which gate is then tied to the next gate. If that doesn't make any sense, don't worry, I'll explain it in more detail soon. We also have the healing beam gun. This gun right here is used for fixing blocks that are damaged, so let me pull out my laser here. Alright, so if you see over here, I shot this chest. Might not have been the best target, but accidents do happen. Just pull out your healing beam, get up close, and fire your healing beam at it, and that'll make the chest perfectly new. I'll show you how it affects other blocks here as well. Now that that's taken care of, the next gun I want to show you is the power supply beam. Alright, I'm taking this macro assembler a little bit farther away from my base, on a different plate at least, and I believe if I place it out here, it will be on its own. Yep, see that red lettering right above it? It says insufficient energy, 0 out of 500.0. Alright, so this is the upgraded factory block. If you hit R, you go in, you can see that it is set to active. That's a new feature. You can turn this off and turn it completely off. And you'll notice that little line down here that was filling up, that little bar. That, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I suspect that it has everything to do with how often it can produce something. So we're going to take the grill, we're going to set that, and we are going to find ourselves some meshes, fill this up. While this has been going on, I got myself a bunch of metal meshes just for the purpose of this tutorial today, but check this out. We're going to open this up, grab our metal meshes in here. Now, it's not getting any energy, so that's where the new power supply beam gun comes in handy. Just stand next to your factory block, and you just want to shoot it. And if you watch the red text, you'll see that it is increasing numerically. Alright, we've got 500, so let's just open it up and we can see that it is indeed producing metal grills. Yep, every time this little meter fills up, it produces a metal grill. I thought that's exactly how it worked. That's very cool. It's a very cool feature. So that's super helpful. If you get stranded on a planet, you don't have a ship core to get yourself off of the planet, and you don't have any friends to come pick you up, and you're all by your lonesome, you are able to salvage materials off the land, and you are able to make those into an actual ship core from scratch by building a factory, powering the factory with your gun. Just do not lose your gun or you're a dead man. Alright, back home again. Let's see if we can put a hyperdrive onto our salvage ship over here. I guess it's not a hyperdrive, it's technically a jump drive. Because the hyperdrive, you are actually traveling through hyperspace, whereas this, you blink out of one area and you are almost immediately, like, instantaneously transported to another area. Alright, let's quickly select a ship core, and then let's use this little alcove that's just been sitting here all this whole time to drop that in. Pick the jump drive modules here, and I'm going to place those here and see if we can do anything with this, or if we have to place more, or what we need to do. Alright, let's enter back into flight mode. Go into our weapons computer, because our jump drive is just like any other weapon that we have equipped. We're going to set that to 2. So, let's set a coordinate here. Pulling up the navigation computer. Set the coordinates for the spawn sector. And we don't have enough power. So let's go back into build mode. Jump into the inventory here. We got some more power reactor modules. Let's do something about this. Alright, we got it working that time. That is awesome. So we are not entirely to 222 yet, but we can continue our jumping that way. All we have to do is charge the jump drive, wait for it to give us the signal that we can go ahead. There we go. And because the waypoint was within the range, we went directly to. Alright, here is the home shop. It's been a while since I've seen this guy. Let's go say hi to A Trader. He's one of my best friends in the whole wide world. What's the haps? Oh, Albert Trader, how you doing, pal? You're looking blocky. He's got his little stuff he says here. Greetings, space traveler. This is also where you get information. We can hire a crew. We can find out about the trading guild and about pirates and stuff. So this is pretty much when you start the game, consider talking to this guy instead of just flying off into space, because he tells you a bunch of basic facts that you need to know upon starting off in the galaxy. Oh, this is a cool looking asteroid. Look at that color. That's a nice rich blue. Oh, I gotta get some of this. This is definitely something I can add to the base. Check that out. I cut it right in half. Awesome. Alright, so we flew out the 222 and we were going to start making a gate, but it turns out that I am lacking in some sort of technical expertise or something. So we're going to worry about that later. Might as well grab up some of this since I'm here. So we're going to head back to base. We got this jump drive working, so we're going to use the jump drive to head home. Not home yet. We got to charge this baby up one more time, and this should do it. Not only did it take us back home, but it took us directly above our planet, as it just happened to turn out. So that's very convenient. Let's see if we can get this thing parked. This thing is so heavy with all the power cores and not enough thrusters added to it. It's like trying to fly a whale. Like a real whale, not a ship the size of a whale. Oh, I keep getting caught in the gravity. Alright. I think it worked. Yeah, that tree doesn't mind that we're in its way. No, not at all. Alright, well, we're in build mode. Let's take these stupid power blocks away. We're going to have a different configuration. We don't want to mess with the terrain here, though. So I'm going to clean up my mess. There, that shouldn't leave any sort of lasting problem to the terrain, at least. We got that cleaned up. Let's just hop out. We're back home. Let's see what sort of ores and crystals we got once we're inside. Also, I think it's time to upgrade these windows. Make them actually glass. So let's do that as well. So let's go inside here. We got Virat shards. We have a stone called Lucra. We got red dirt, so that's nothing special. Cinnabar, we still have the Cinnabar. We got Parstoon, the Fertikine, the Nocts. We got a cat meowing in the background. And we have Surtees ore and Rammet. That is the Mushroom Fleet color, if I'm not mistaken. Very cool. We could get this stuff crafting here. Let's get some crafted crystals crafting. Move that Gisper out. And while that's happening, let's go inside the build block. And we can... Well, I've gone into build mode, but I'm a little confused as to why I seem to be stuck inside a yellow box. While I also have a yellow box to place this, this is not something I'm used to seeing. At least we didn't see it last time. So maybe it's some sort of new feature I just don't understand, but let's continue here. We'll just remove the old and replace it with actual glass blocks here. There we go. Almost looks like there's nothing there. Just going to go around and replace pretty much all the windows on the exterior. Anything on the inside is decorative, so I have no need to replace that with glass. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. We learned about the guns and how they're used and what they're used for. We also figured out how to build ourselves a jump drive and that it requires a ton of power modules. Goodness, but that's worth it. Hopefully next time I'll be able to go into depth with the warp gates, but right now it's new technology and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Basically, I don't want to just sort of do a fumbling along episode and not really know what I'm talking about. So as soon as I figure out what it is, I'll put together how to make them work and I'll show you what we're doing. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Peace.